This is a 1990 Nissan 300ZX, and it's in pretty good shape, aside from the fact that it hasn't run in the last 10 years.
And this is Gabe.
Hi, I'm Gabe.
And Gabe set out with the best intentions, to get this thing back on the road in just a couple months.
But that was over a decade ago. So today, we're gonna get this Z back on the road where it belongs. And to up the stakes a little bit, we're gonna have this engine making 700 horsepower.
Now, we've put our fair share of unfinished projects out into the world, so it's time to finish a few. It's time for some good karma.
With every project car build, it's a battle of attrition. It tests your patience, your determination, your sanity, your friendships. But this isn't your typical project car resurrection. This is a Nissan 300ZX. It might arguably be the hardest car to work on in the history of cars. And when we set out to help our buddy Gabe fix it, we gave ourselves what we thought was an attainable goal of 4 days to get this car back on the road. Little did we know, that 4 days would turn into over a year. Bigtime's longest build and a project that almost destroyed the universe as we know it. So, let's go back to May 11th, 2025 to see life before Project Car Misery.
Okay, Joby, we're on our way to Gaby Baby.
Yeah, beautiful Lakewood, California. Address 40. Whatever the street is.
Yeah, so I've known Gabe probably as long as I've been at Donut.
Yeah, same. I met Gabe pretty early on when I started at Donut. He filmed stuff for Donut. If you've ever seen the green 4Runner in the background of Donut videos or our videos, well, that's Gabe.
So he is an editor, he's a filmer.
Extraordinaire.
He's shot on a ton of projects over the years.
Yeah,
he's super talented.
We've spent a lot of time with Gabe, and the entire time I've known Gabe, he's had this 300ZX project car that doesn't ever seem to change.
Gabe is one of those guys, I love Gabe so much, but we gotta get down to the truth of what really happened. Because I called him the other day, I was like, hey, what happened?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, no. I was like, okay.
I fear we'll never get the real truth, but I think we can do something about it.
One thing I do know is that Gabe has a project car. It is not running,
Yep.
and he needs it back on the road because every project car needs to get back on the road.
That's right. I'm honestly super excited for him.
Me too. He took off work for this.
That's right.
You know?
And he spent a bunch of money on a bunch of car parts.
Yeah, he spent a lot. So, okay, here we are.
There it is with the 12-foot skeleton. That's normal. All right, I need to figure out what's up with the skeleton.
The skeleton's pretty cool.
Dude, you can suck his standing up. Dude, that's not what bones are. Oh. I'm just helping him take it down.
You don't knock?
I'm comfortable with getting you guys.
Hey.
Baby.
So funny.
My neighbors are gonna freak the f out. They're gonna think I'm gonna...
Great, is this your house?
Yeah, this is my house. Got the living room. Got the kitchen.
Nice.
I like the layout.
And then you got where the magic happens.
Yeah, let's.
Hey, no.
All right, at least show me the bathroom.
King's chair. Right
Yeah,
there.
so that just works like normal. Okay, cool.
Shower. There you go.
All right, that's good to know.
You wash your hands. Okay.
That would have worked like not normal. Wow.
There she is, dude.
There
she
the
is.
famous 300ZX.
Okay, how long have you had this thing?
I've had this thing about 12 years.
Okay.
Yeah, owned the Z, but I've owned Z since I was 18. First car I ever purchased was a Z.
So you know these pretty well.
Pretty good, yeah. I've worked on them my whole life. My favorite car.
Yeah.
I've had other cars, but I've always had a Z.
Because you're so familiar with these, is that why you haven't worked on it? Because I hear these are kind of a pain.
I haven't worked on them because life What?
Life got in the way.
No,
I get it, dude.
No,
So we see that there's no engine here. There's one right there. Last time we talked about this car years ago, you were like, this machine shop has my engine. They've had it for how long?
I want to say 3.5 to 4 years.
Okay.
You know what they say? Good things take time.
And this is it right here?
Correct. This is right here.
Let's see it. Should we unwrap it right now?
Yeah, let's open it up.
Open it up. See if we can get any gunk in it. Oh, the grease smells just like garlic.
The engine itself, it's all another engine, pretty much.
Okay, so paint
Go
a
back to
picture.
the beginning.
Go back to the
All right,
beginning.
come
You're
on.
at Streets of Willow.
I'm at
like
Streets
I
of
don't
Willow.
know.
I'm at a Super Street event. It's a hot ass day at Willow.
Hot. It's just hot.
Hot ass day at Willow.
Sweat dripping down your Mexican body.
Couple laps in, I'm doing my cool down laps. On one of them, I just didn't, and it just overheated, and smoke started popping out of the exhaust, and
Ooh, white smoke?
white smoke. Yeah.
So what happened to that engine? No parts of it are here?
That just the crank, because it's a June crank and the June rods. The pistons themselves were damaged, the heads were warped, so we had to pretty much get a brand new bottom end and top end.
Okay. And so
G30 TT.
VG30 DETT. Correct.
DETT. Okay, so we got twin turbos going on it too.
Correct.
So we got stock block, stock heads.
I
And
overbuilt
you
it.
board it?
And it's board. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So what can it take?
Yeah.
It's built to be about 1,000 horse.
Okay.
I overbuilt it so that I have some insurance.
Smart. Yeah.
I got some insurance, dog. Okay, so we have a fully rebuilt engine. There's a bunch of other pieces which you've assembled, yes?
Collected, yes.
Yeah, you've collected
Yeah.
a bunch of other things that we need. You haven't assembled anything.
Spent a ton of money. However you want to say it.
I've
Bray.
opened up my wallet and they're all here.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, how about we get a plan of attack before we jump into this thing, and then let's get this thing going, man. Let's get this back
Seems
on
pretty
the road.
easy, guys. We
Yeah,
just gotta
you gotta put this in
in
there, and then put all the other bits on
And
it.
then we put Gabe in there.
Yeah.
Been 10 years.
For real,
so
do you even believe that this is gonna run soon?
I'm hoping,
Okay, we finally kicked Gabe out of his own garage.
He had to go pick up his kid. Oh, how convenient.
Just as the work begins. So now that he's gone, let's make a plan so
Yeah.
that we can execute when he gets back.
Okay, we have 4 days to knock
Right.
this sucker out.
I think today needs to be about getting the engine bay ready for the engine and the engine ready for the engine.
Yeah,
bay.
we'll get all the accessories on the engine. We'll get the engine bay prepped so that tomorrow we can possibly get it installed.
Slide right in.
All the accessories on the engine, plus the flywheel, plus the trans. Then we'll be prepping the bay, harness, heater core, intercooler, brake booster, vacuum lines, power steering lines, oil cooler lines. Okay, day 2 will be tomorrow.
All right, we've got a good list going. I think we can tackle all of day 1 stuff today in day 1 if we try. So I'm gonna start in the engine bay. You wanna start in the engine accessories?
I'll get all the accessories on this engine.
All right, let's do it. Let's have this done before Gabe gets back.
Let's go.
He's gonna be back in
And
like
it
5
starts
minutes.
right now.
And it starts right now.
Well, the #1 goal for Bigtime is to get out the hood. This is a Wiring Specialties Pro harness. It should be plug and play for the engine and the Haltech ECU that we're using. We just gotta feed this through the firewall, which is pretty tight, so we're gonna have to make a little bit of space.
I hate liquid gasket because it's some up. You gotta put it back on.
That's the blue stuff? Why is it yellow?
Super high-tack gasket sealant.
Hey, it's my funeral, right?
Doesn't even sound like it's really necessarily for
Cars.
automotive applications.
God damn it. See what I'm talking about? 2 seconds into gooping this thing up, I gotta wipe it off. So annoying.
Show that.
No dice. I got the first one through, but I can't get the second one through once the first one is through. See if I can get to that bolt from the inside.
This is like the kind of unpretty that all the other car influencers don't show you, huh?
That's right, dude. This is the real right here. Getting to that bracket is tough, but once I get to it and get it loosened up, then I will have room to come through. But the connectors are big and the hole is small. And really, this isn't going to be too bad. It's just that bracket, which I could probably just bash with a hammer, but well, I don't want to rule it out yet.
What's up, guys? We turned 2 years old today, and we couldn't do that without you guys. So thank you so much. We're opening our store this weekend, but if you can't make it, we got some new stuff on the website.
That's right. Dropping this Friday, we got a bunch of cool stuff like a skateboard deck, a mug, fuzzy dice, these cool shirts, and a bunch more. So head on over to bigtime.com and get you some.
Take it away, boys.
Okay, we're back with the Grey Goop. It'd be nice if you were on the right side up, you freaking idiot. Close the door.
It's all right. Oh, Joby, you look like you got the wiring harness in.
That's
Sick.
right, Gabe. I did. Dude, I just bent things a little bit. Now I'm gonna bend them back. You see?
All right, brackets in. You see the line that goes behind that feeds the turbo. Good to go. Again, I cut away from the rear of this bracket to allow this line to fit. It's a little larger. Not sure why it needed it, but it fits.
Let's comment down below on Gabe's hosting skills. Should we hire him?
Hell yeah, dude. Gabe, you're hired.
All right. What's the pay?
Nothing.
Oh.
$0.
You like free lunch?
You get. All right, oil pan is now on, and we have most of the accessories on this engine, but there's still a whole bunch of stuff to do. We got intercoolers. Gabe, how much are these intercoolers?
$1,000.
We got a flywheel.
1,500.
We got our downpipe and our exhaust manifold.
Short of 3.
Twin Garrett turbos. How much were those?
Free, but about $4,000.
Transmission, how much was that?
$2K.
We also have an ECU from Haltech.
2,500.
And then for some reason, we have the biggest f***ing set of brakes I've ever seen in my entire life, and this was just thrown on us, right?
Yeah, you don't need those to make it run.
Yeah, your car already's got big brakes on it, but you knows what's?
Z1 hooked us up with those. So.
Yeah, so Z1, thank you for hooking Gabe up with a transmission and some brakes, and Garrett also gave us a turbo, so thank you for that.
Haltech hooked us up with the ECU.
Dang, dude.
We're making strides. We're saving you money.
There's good karma going around everywhere.
Yeah, thanks to everybody who gave us parts. I'm excited to get them on.
Yeah.
You want to get started on these intercoolers?
Been wanting to. Let's go.
You've had 10 f***ing years, brother.
All right, Gabe and I are working on getting the intercooler and intercoolers and intercooler piping installed into the engine bay before the engine goes in. It's always a bit of a puzzle getting it all fit together, but it's coming together.
Joby, get the what?
I don't listen with my welding guy.
Get up! You need a wheel!
I'm sorry. I'll get to work.
Okay, this is a 98 spec transmission. This is just a newer transmission with better synchros, better technology into it. You know, I've already spent so much freaking money on this car. Might as well just go in all the way, and you know, my kid doesn't really need a, you know,
Education.
Yeah, one of the two. There you go. He'll figure it out himself. So at this point in time, you know, this is gonna be his retirement. So good luck, kid.
So this engine has been being built for the last 4 years. It's been sitting on this stand for a year.
How
about we lift it off this sucker, huh?
Let's do it.
Let's do this. All right, you want to pump?
Let's go.
All right, pump it up. Pump it up.
Pump it up. Let me get the
Jacking up my boys, dude. I love jacking up my boys.
It's off the stand, boys.
Off the stand, baby.
All right, sure. Okay, that's good. Stock it out. I think it'll heal.
Of course. It's okay. He's doing good.
Okay, all right, we have the flywheel on. We have the clutch on. Should be good to go to receive the input shaft of the transmission.
Woo! Let's insert the input shaft of the transmission.
Let's do it. Let's insert it. Now,
Insertion.
Good. Sounds right. We're good on the dial. I don't want to jinx it, but
Well then, don't.
okay.
First try, right?
That's the best sandwich on earth, dude.
First try, first wiggle, got the dowels in.
Didn't forget the trans plate.
S&P 500.
Going up.
All right, Gabe, start striking stuff off.
We made some prep bay work. Harness is in.
The harness.
Heater core hoses are in. Intercooler is pretty much done. Brake booster, new line is on that.
Yeah.
Vacuum lines, I don't know.
Oh.
Half of that.
You know what we didn't add on here? Put transmission.
Well, that's right there.
Oh, there you go. Trans, flywheel.
Flywheel.
And that was it.
That was about it, all right?
Yeah. Okay, so tomorrow we will get the exhaust manifolds on, the turbos on.
I think we just go like, okay, tomorrow,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, so good first day, and now it's tomorrow. I don't know. You should quickly whip, right?
I don't understand.
This is gonna be the whole transition.
Yeah,
Okay, let's do one.
And it's tomorrow, also known as day 2. The big goal for today, install the engine.
We got a couple other things we need to button up. Some things we crossed off that should have been crossed off, but that's okay.
It just makes you feel good, you know?
Makes you feel good to cross it, and it makes you feel extra good to double cross it. So let's get to work, and then let's see if we can slam this sucker in.
Let's go. Doctor.
Doctor.
I concur.
I
was like, what the fuck? All right, we're getting some odds and ends finished up before we put the engine and transmission in. We just mounted this mounting plate for the oil cooler. We're about to route the lines, or at least get it figured out before we put the engine in. We've got the air conditioning on the engine. We have got alternator, got to get power steering on there. The goal for today is to get this thing into its home.
This is the most complete this car has been in about 10 years, so I'm a little nervous. This is potentially the day that I could mess anything up, and I don't want to have these guys pull engine back and forth. And
I think we got it, dude. Don't worry. Now, where's this go?
We got our gaskets, so we can put our exhaust manifolds on, and then we get the turbos on. About to get turbed up. They call me the Turbo King. Now, one of the coolest things we're installing are a pair of Garrett G25 turbos. Now, these things can make up to 550 horsepower, and in a feat of modern engineering, they can spin over 180,000 RPM and can withstand temperatures over 1,000 degrees Celsius. That's like lava temperatures. But aside from the amount of power we get from it and the lava temperature capabilities, the reason you put a turbo on is for the sounds. But I've always been curious, why does a turbo sound that way? Now, you need exhaust gases for a turbo to function properly. They increase your power output by forcing more air into the cylinders. And they do this by using that exhaust gas to spin a turbine, which in turn drives a compressor that pushes air into the engine. And when you push down on the gas pedal, the throttle body opens up, letting more air rush into the engine. But as soon as you let off the gas or even shift, the throttle body snaps shut, blocking that air passage between the turbo and the throttle body. That trapped air tries to escape and gets forced back into the turbo's intake port while the turbo is still spinning. That air hitting that turbo going in the opposite direction is what creates that compressor surge sound. But not all turbocharged cars sound that way, and that's because of this guy. This is a blow-off valve. So for all that air that's rushing back towards the turbo, it goes through this sucker, blows off. And it even makes its own unique sound. What's that sound like, Job? Pretty good.
I think we got the wrong turbo.
Perfect. Sounds good. What's wrong?
Well, you know, this is a twin turbo setup. We should have two mirror images of one another, and we have the same turbo here and there, which is the passenger side turbo.
So we got two passenger sides.
Yeah, so what we would like to see, so this will connect to our exhaust manifold, just like this, but the exhaust outlet needs to be back here and the inlet on this side. So we need to mirror this thing. You knew that in Photoshop, right?
Yeah. All right, well, let's do what we can, and then hopefully Garrett will get us another turbo, and we can keep going. Sounds good?
That's the plan.
Do this bit again and go to day 3.
Yeah.
And it's tomorrow.
So today is a, I think so far so good. We got all the new parts in, which is very nice. It's always a bummer when you get into a project and you're like, oh, I need that, or oh, that's wrong. But we're squared away today. And so the thing is, we're gonna get all these parts that are correct, the turbos, the wastegates, the lines, installed on this engine while it's out of the bay, and then get slammed in there. We're gonna sneak this engine just right into that engine bay, and it's gonna go flawlessly.
So we're in friggin' business. We only already found one other thing we don't have. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, I ordered the right part.
Just not all the right parts.
You didn't order the complete part set.
Oh, whatever.
This is going to be the coolant feed line to the passenger side turbo.
From here, through here, and up to that one. Since we're not gonna be using the water-cooled ports for the wastegate, so we're capping these. Obviously, you see them here behind. These are usually go from these to the wastegates, but I'm gonna run water to the turbos, and that's it.
All right, I've got my nice mobile vise here, and we're using it to make some lines for Gabe's, currently for the coolant going to and from the turbos. This is the part that you put onto the hose, and basically really all you need to do is make sure that you get the hose into the fitting without like fraying, and then make sure you get the hose bottomed all the way out up against the back side of the threads on the front there. There's a gap in there, our hose isn't far enough in yet. So the insides of these are sort of threaded to like, you know, spin down the hose. So put the hose in the vise, push on this with the socket, and we should be able to get it to go all the way home. Just like that, you see it go? You see it go? You see it slip? Now you just need to put the rest of the fitting on here and thread it in. And while you do that, you need to make sure that it doesn't eject this part off the hose. So we're basically just gonna watch the edge of the hose and the fitting and make sure that it doesn't move this way. And then you bottom out the two against each other, and you've got yourself, now one half of an AN line. That ain't going nowhere. Okay, so we get a little couple hose holders like that. I feel like this should be a 90th. Okay, all four coolant lines are done, so both turbos have coolant in and out. Now we are putting on the wastegates and gonna test fit the downpipes, get everything kind of oriented how it wants to be. And then we're getting pretty close to starting to try to stuff this thing into the car. Oh yeah, dude, look at that. They fit great when you got the right size wastegates.
Hey, man. I'm an all-star.
You might not have to make any more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, it's going. It's just, yeah, they're kind of tricky. These things are,
You drape it over the wastegate.
this is not gonna fit it. This is not the right size for it. That one's too small. For both of them. That one's perfect.
All right, we got the right size wastegates and we got the right downpipes, and they meet up great when you get it all rotated into place. The only problem now is that the V-band flanges on the wastegate outlets, you can see they're both the same thickness, and the flange that Garrett sends with it is much thinner. So you can see the V-band clamp that they send with it can get over top of both of those. You can't do that anymore. Either this needs to change or this needs to change.
Let me start making some phone calls.
Okay, we're getting close to actually trying to put this in the car for the first time, but before we do, we need to change our wastegate springs, which once this is in the car is gonna be probably impossible. So it should be pretty quick and easy. And it's something that you gotta do kind of based on what your plans are for how much boost you're gonna make. You wanna choose the wastegate spring that is around 20% below what your boost goals are. And so since Gabe's trying to make over 500 horsepower, 600, close to 700, he's probably gonna be running at least 23, 24 or more pounds of boost. So we're gonna put 20-pound springs in these puppies, and they should be happy. Yeah, you would do this in a press if you had a press. You got a press?
I don't have a press.
Hell yeah, dude, I'm your press.
Let's go.
You can go over there.
Press harder.
No problem.
There. Got two in. How's your hands?
Yeah, they're fine. I'm a human press.
The engine to first step. Second step is that in. Two-step process.
That's it, sounds easy.
Let's go.
Dude, he's coming alive.
Your mic just died.
Perfect. Okay, it's about time to put that in that. So we're gonna bring the car out into the driveway a bit so we have room for the hoist, and then we're going to attempt to complete what will be a pretty tight fit.
Are you excited, Gabe? You do realize this is the motor going in?
Yeah, but I'm nervous too. I don't know.
Yeah, this is a big anxiety moment for Gabe, I bet. So we're gonna tilt the rear of the car up to try to kind of open our engine bay's mouth, so to speak. We'll pick the engine up, tilt it down, and hopefully it's a one and done thing, but it's often not. Okay, well.
I guess we jack the car down, put it down, because it's gonna keep hitting something.
Yeah. Okay, the main things I'm concerned about fitment-wise are as follows. The wastegates. Not only are they big, but they're pretty far back. They're the furthest thing back on the engine by at least an inch. So we're gonna at least get close to the firewall, if not get right into it. And then the other thing is pretty trivial, but this fitting here, I think we'd be better served with a 90-degree here. So right now, the widest part of this whole setup is this 45-degree coolant fitting. So we'll see. It's gonna be close. It might fit as is, it might not, and we might have to change to a 90 degree. It's gonna be close at the coolant line, and I don't even wanna think about the wastegates. Out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, the problem with tilting the car more is that we lose firewall room. But I'm starting to think the subframe's gonna have to.
Oh, there we go. We got all the room in the world.
Now we're freaking talking, Gabe.
Fucking beautiful.
Oh yeah, that's the move right there. You see how it just kind of fell into place? I think she's gonna make it. Well, Gabe really wanted to retain AC, which I respect. However, his passenger side wastegate wants to be in the exact same spot that the lines going into the car are currently in.
Alright. My wife will just have to suffer during the summer.
You heard him. All right, well, we finally got the engine and transmission in, which is a huge win, but we are not done here yet. So we'll be back tomorrow to keep cranking. How do you feel?
I feel fantastic, man. Seeing this thing really sit down and in its position
Yeah.
just makes me wary of what's missing.
Oh, come on now.
No, but we're good.
There's
I think
a lot of stuff.
Is this the day where it just feels like it's just not gonna happen ever?
Are we behind schedule? Yes. Was the schedule realistic? Maybe not. There is a ton of stuff left to do. Kind of wrapping my head around it all right now. And you know what? No pressure, dude. We'll get done when we get done.
A little bit of pressure.
And we're back. After a pretty long night, we did get the engine and transmission in the car, but we're nowhere close to getting it started. We've got a few more hurdles to overcome today that we know of currently. I'm replacing the fitting on the coolant line that's hitting the frame rail, and then we've got like 1,000 other things to do. So it's gonna be another long day, but we're getting close.
and we're missing one full person.
A whole person, that's right. Jerry's not here, he's not feeling well.
I think Jerry has diarrhea.
Yes, he has a ton of diarrhea. All right, let's get to work.
Alright, just loosening up the trans mount just so that I can align the holes that go to the chassis. And finally, this car will be mated with the engine and transmission.
Okay, well, the hoist is away from the car, which is a big step in any engine install. Now we can get to work on everything else. We gotta get fuel and ignition and wiring harness and radiator and a bunch of other stuff in this engine bay. Ah, dude. It's going good. And then it's just as easy as this. And then we smash cut to them all connected.
This is the old fuel pump. As you can see, there's corrosion, there's, issues with it from fuel sitting in the tank for so long. So I just decided to scrap this, and go with a new fuel pump. Well, dual fuel pump and a new hanger. So I could be able to fit AM fittings and whatever I wanted to decide to run, the E85. Let's get this in. Let's just replace the old fuel lines. Still a lot amount of work. Let's go. All right, it's useless now.
What's that, 30 minutes?
It felt like 30. This car was over-engineered in the 90s, so every single time I try to do something small, it becomes, you know, it just snowballs into something bigger than what it's supposed to be. But I'm doing it because I love this car. I've had 4 of them, and I hope that I keep this for the rest of my life. So.
All right, well, Gabe's at the back of the car installing the fuel pumps. I'm gonna install some fuel bits in the engine bay. Radium sent us a bunch of nice stuff, and I'm currently working on getting it mounted and then plumbed. First thing I'm doing is putting the fuel filter right about here, and then we've got this beautiful fuel pressure regulator, which will go right around here. And then we'll take fuel from the fuel feed into the fuel filter, out of the fuel filter, and into the fuel rail, out of the fuel rail, and into the pressure regulator, out of the pressure regulator, and into the return line. For the fuel lines, Radium sent us their push lock line kit, which comes with some rubber fuel line and push lock fittings. These are a really simple way to get AN fittings on the end of your fuel lines. You literally just push them in and they lock in place. So I'm gonna push this straight fitting on here first, and then we'll install it on the fuel feed, measure up to the fuel filter, cut it, and put another line on. I just pulled out the fuel injectors that we have. Gabe got some nice Injector Dynamics 1050s, which are the same injectors I have in my car. The thing is, they make those in a few different heights, and the height of the injector also sort of dictates the height of the fuel rail. And the aftermarket fuel rail we got from Polar Engineering is built around the 34 millimeter tall fuel injectors. We have the 60 millimeter tall injectors. And so it doesn't work.
Did we suck, or is this par for the course?
This is pretty par for the course.
That was an oversight for me. I thought, you know, you get the injectors, they're all the same size. I didn't know that.
This is gonna happen. This is how you learn.
And it's hurting.
No, dude. Simple swap out.
I'm gonna keep my hopes high because there's a lot of stuff that has gone through these days that I haven't done ever, so.
Yeah, I mean, don't get beat up, dude. Stuff's tough. And there's a lot of stuff to think about, and a lot of stuff that has to work with other stuff that isn't original to the car. It's tricky.
Yeah, we all know that taking the first step
is the first step.
No.
No. And we're back at Gabe's for another beautiful day on the Z32. Unfortunately, we're still waiting on the right size injectors, but there's some stuff that we can get done while we wait. So I'm gonna work on getting the fuel pressure regulator mounted and some mounting locations dialed in for his catch can. You don't want this thing to get hot, and if you're gonna have any sort of malfunction or failure, it'll probably happen at one of the fittings or hose ends. It's not gonna happen in the middle of the hose, so you usually wanna get this thing as far away from, you know, your red hot turbos as you can.
All right, just got the last V-band on the external wastegate on, which was a pain in the ass. My thumb took a beating, but it's okay. Once that's done, we're able to now put the drive shaft in and then put the exhaust on and all the miscellaneous things that, you know, will attribute to the car other than just the injectors. But
so yeah, we're waiting on the injectors, but we got a bunch of stuff to do. So let's do, dude.
Let's rock and roll.
Let me see that thumb. Oh!
Do you have the hardware? Do you want me to get it?
No, I don't know where it's at. That's the thing, you always think you know where the hardware is, and then you need it, and then you don't have it, and then you don't need it, and then you find it. So I don't need it right now, so that way I'm gonna be able to find it.
Dude, that's a good plan.
Yeah. Also, put your tools back when you're done using them, because then what happens is now you gotta look for tools. And not just the bolts, so.
That's what they call easier said than done.
Yeah.
I put my tools away every time I do anything though.
Oh, stop lying. I've seen your garage.
Don't look, Gabe. I lick all my friends' O-rings.
You're doing that pretty bad. Alright, so these are pretty much the exhaust hangers that I needed. Again, I misplaced them, didn't know where they went. But luckily, Facebook Marketplace and hit up a couple of the Z community guys and they were able to hand them over to me. Pretty safe to say, fits like a glove, but just gotta make sure all these hangers are attached correctly.
Okay, we got a little bit of contact with our fuel rail and this coolant line that goes down to the heater core. Just a tiny bit, maybe 1/8 of an inch. I should be able to bend that without breaking it.
You're doing it wrong.
I'm gonna go home. Yeah, it is the thing of this car that everything is a little tight and it's tough to get into places, but with these short injectors, it's gonna be pretty tight getting the connectors on there. Whoa, that noise scared me a little bit. Success. We've got clearance, we've got injectors that fit, and we got the hardware. The fuel rail kit has been a little tricky. You've got spacers that need to go under the hardware, and there are a million places for those spacers to disappear to. Happened once, thought I lost it forever, but it didn't. I got it back with some tape.
He's doing it wrong. So while Joby's working on the front, I'm taking off all the miscellaneous pieces that go around the gauge cluster so I can get to it, remove it, and then route all the Haltech unit cluster and all the wiring for all the sensors. It's gonna be a minute, but it's not too difficult. It's just annoying. Jerry's not here because I think, did he have diarrhea again?
I think so,
Yeah, you know, one of the two.
Gross.
You know, this is what's all about. It's fun just working with your friends, and this is my car, so.
You got friends here? Where are they at?
Well, Jerry's definitely not here. This is how you know somebody's been in here before, because these are wood screws.
All right, while Gabe's in there playing around with wood screws or whatever, I'm gonna put some of the ignition bits on, namely these plates. These are plates that allow us to adapt R35 GTR coils to this engine. They should go on pretty easy. We just gotta put in some studs, some spacers, and bolt them down.
Oh! Old cluster's out. Jesus Christ, man.
You did it by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my fingers got toast. Look.
Dude, Kavinsky do the soundtrack for this or what?
Down. Thank you, Haltech. And snug. Pretty sick, huh? And we gotta figure out which pins to use.
Wow, good luck.
That's your job.
Okay, big moment. We're gonna set the intake manifold on, which is gonna make this thing look more like an engine than it has in a while. I just kind of want to see if once we put this on, if it's gonna be totally impossible to do spark plugs. Well, it looks like probably. You could maybe battle your way through it.
Oh,
These
no
middle
way.
ones are pretty obstructed, but it does mean that for us, the intake manifold is gonna stay off until kind of like the very end.
Sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
Day of defeat, dude.
That's okay. No, we're
we
we're
done
making
with the dark
progress.
right
Look,
now?
we got catch cans done. Fuel system is closer to done than it's ever been. Look, I know it maybe doesn't look like it, but we are making progress. It's just there's a billion things to be done.
And ultimately, you don't know until you get there. And we're there, and now we gotta figure out.
And we still don't know.
Yeah.
And we definitely didn't know that we wouldn't be finishing this car for almost a year. We had to wait for parts. Gabe grew his hair out. I cut mine off. And life, like it always seems to do, got in the way of finishing another project car. That is until June 11th, 2026.
Okay, it's been about a whole calendar year since we last worked on Gabe's 300ZX. We lost sight of the goal a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We've been kind of busy, you know? Life happens like
That's
every
right.
other project.
That's right. You've been busy, we've been busy,
Yeah.
but the fact is we're back. We got the car to the shop, and now it's time to finish up all the work that needs to be done to get this thing back on the road. And the truth is, we've done a lot of the big stuff. The engine is in, the transmission is in, most of the parts are in. We just gotta, you know, connect them all,
Accessorize.
make them work. Exactly, accessorize.
And we have a lift here, which helps a ton.
We have a lift, we have some tools, and I think we have all the parts we need to actually get this thing done. So what do you say? Are you ready? Let's
do it.
So we spent some time getting all the miscellaneous bits and bobs tightened up and put on, all leading up to our last pièce de résistance, the Haltech ECU, which we spent some time throwing a bass tune on that would hopefully get this car running for the first time in 10 years.
Okay, here's the deal. Start it and then just launch it off, man.
Into my other car too.
into the Toyota.
Big moment. We're about to put key on all the way and see if this thing starts up. We got the bass map loaded up. We got the bass map loaded up. And yeah, I think we're ready.
A year in the making?
A year in the making.
10 years since this car started?
Yes, 2016, we're in 2026.
10 years?
And hey, no promises. This might last till 2026.
It could be 10 more, brother. I'll tell you what, though. It won't be here for 10 years. All right.
Sounds like a Charger's. Oh my God, sounds like a Charger's. She don't have the will.
What's your voltage at?
Oh, I don't have the light.
109 degrees. Home tooth count error. Okay, so after a bunch of fumbling around with no appreciable changes, we are gonna need to call Specialty Z and or Haltech and try to figure out the setup of this thing. There's just not a ton of intel online, and I don't want to just keep taking stabs in the dark, you know?
We clearly had something mixed up with the tune. So Gabe called Haltech, and after they graciously spent hours with us setting up the tune correctly, we finally got the car running. Thanks guys for watching.
First drive, back to the.
What's that squeal, by the way?
You got some throw up ready,
Yeah, I bet it's pressure plate gone too far.
huh? Dude, go.
Dude, slap
go
some
mash the
mobile
pedal.
one in here. Advanced protection, 5W30.
To break it in, let's rock and roll.
With the 300ZX finally driving, it was time to send Gabe off to the dyno with some hopes of making over 700 horsepower and a brand new oil change courtesy of Mobile One.
All right, we're here at Specialty Z, dyno day. A little nervous, but, with Mike's good hands and Zach's, I think he's going to do a good power, good numbers. And it's a Frankenstein kind of engine, it's a lot of mesh parts. And so I'm hoping they all start talking to each other nicely. So.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Is Gabe ready?
All right, we're done with the pre-inspection. We have some of the item issues fixed and some of the timing belt components adjusted. I'm thinking 91 will probably reach what I was already pushing, which was about 500 horse. And hopefully like on the 85, I don't really know. I've never had an E85 vehicle before, so.
You have a number in mind you want to see, or are you just happy and healthy and good tune?
Happy and healthy 100%. At the end of the day, if I'm running the engine at 70% or 60% of what it's capable of, and its longevity, I'm happy with that. Boo? No boo. About 500 horsepower 91, and maybe 30% more of that on the 85, which is 650.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, it's your car, man.
Yeah, let's go.
How nervous do you think he is?
I think it's getting there.
Yeah, this is the moment.
The LV commercial. Just to keep my nerves down. I love figure skating. It's one of my favorite things to see. So while I'm getting tuned,
So we're having some issues with fuel pressure. It's not rising with boost like it should be. So we have another regulator kicking around over here. We're going to try swapping it just to verify that. And then otherwise, everything seems happy and healthy. So once we're done troubleshooting that, we're going to change the oil quick because we've seated the rings now, and then we can start making some power pulls.
700 horsepower, that was the goal. 700 horses is what we originally said, I think, when we first started this project. So, you know, we're here. This is where it literally tells us, did we make it? Did I grow my hair out for a reason? All right, we're almost there.
Yeah, this thing's already making a lot more power than we thought, so this thing's gonna be pretty impressive. Expressionless. He's so nervous right now, he's trying to hide it.
$682, we got 18 left. Let's see where it goes, guys. Either it's gonna go to the moon or in my garage. You know. All right. Get over here, Mike.
Get in there, Mike. Shade. What's your number guess?
What's your number guess? Yeah.
I mean, was he trying to go for like max, or was he like trying to be safe?
No, I'll give you 85, 20 pounds of boost, or 22. 15.
Our goal is 700, remember.
It doesn't look like he hit 700, bro. Okay, you know, just for the sake of the bit, let's just say 701, man. Let's just say.
Okay. All right.
85? All right. 738. Yeah. I know.
Well, it may have taken a while, but I'm glad we got it done.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those situations where, you know, it's sad for so long and, you know, life happened and, you know, but I'm excited, honestly. Like, it's kind of surreal at first to be able to say, you know, it's driving, it's running, you can hear it, you know, like right now I'm...
Now let me hear it. Let me feel it. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, that's gonna take some getting used to.
Yeah, it does get used to because that's exactly it. You think Jerry's gonna fit in this monster or what?
It's gonna be a tight squeeze.
You know, you're already tall, so.
Oh, beep.
Luckily it's high. Don't worry.
Oh my God!
I've taken that bump before.
The turbo sounds great.
Yeah, turbo sounds great. Streamline, this thing is meant to go fast. You know?
Ta-ta. Yeah, baby! The first good karma.
This is a ridiculous car to drive.
Well,
Straight cash, homie.
We're super excited to finally get Gabe's car out of the garage and onto the streets. And we're super excited to be working on your guys' cars soon, too. This is just the first episode of many to come of our new series, Good Karma, so keep an eye out. Thank you so much to our sponsors and all the people that helped us out with parts. Z1 Motorsports, Radium, Haltech, Garrett Turbos, and especially our friends over at Mobile One, who this would not be possible without. Thank you so much. We love you and goodbye.